fighters. All right. Okay, so I'm here with Alaska's best kept MMA secret, MMA professional fighter with a fight record of 5-1, Mr. Aaron Phillips. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Like I was saying, thank you for having the time to meet with me and having a chat. We can return to our conversation of Dragon Ball Z, man. Like that was quite
Yeah.
interesting.
The motivator for probably, more than half of all fighters in the world.
Man, was it a motivator for you?
Yeah, it was a big one. I watched it all the time, growing up. So I was always like, man, I want to be able to. I didn't see it as like I want to be a Saiyan. Well, okay, I'm lying. I do want to be a Saiyan, but it's more of like, how hard. If you ever watch Vegeta train in any of it, it's just like, man, that's how hard I want to work all the time. And that's what I kind of put my life around. Is like working hard that way, same way.
Man, that is true because I did martial arts. I'm still doing some training now. I started with kung fu, and same with me, man. One of the biggest motivators was Dragon Ball Z. I remember at that time I was in Central America, and the advanced episodes. Because in local TV we got to see the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, and then in American TV, like cable TV, there were already advanced episodes. And they were all the time Saturday at 4 a.m. my time, and I would have my alarm to check out the episodes of Dragon Ball Z because I got to see the Cell fight, with the Gohan there, and then I created this like a little ritual every time. I would have a kung fu competition. I would get a Dragon Ball Z tattooed on my on the leg that I would kick the most. Those tattoos that you put on your body with water. And that was like my good luck charm, man, and it worked out most of the time.
Yeah. Before every fight so far, I've been it's either I turn on One Punch Man or Dragon Ball Super, and it's like before every fight, about an hour before I head to the stadium or anything, it's like, all right, I gotta watch. I gotta get a fight scene in. I gotta get an episode in. Do something.
Yeah, that is true, man. Like, who's your favorite character?
I'd have to say Broly. I'm kind of torn between the new one and the old one, but I'm a Broly fan. That's
man. Okay, I never thought of like Broly's a badass. He's a savage guy.
Yeah, dude. I'd like to think I come from a very desolate planet as well, up here.
Yeah, man. Like Alaska, I have to admit, I don't know much about it other than what the media shows. Tell us how is life in Alaska, man.
It's pretty good. There's two different sides. There's like the southern part of Alaska, which is like all the cities and bigger towns and stuff, and the northern parts, which is more remote. And I'm up north pretty far. I'm a little above the Arctic Circle and in Kotzebue, and it's just a lot of subsistence going on here, and it's different. It's a different world.
Is it peaceful, as they say?
Oh yeah, it's definitely peaceful. But yeah, there's a few TV shows on Kotzebue actually. Now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, man. What about the weather? Is it true that you get in winter, you get darkness 24/7?
Oh yeah. That's a rough time. Half the time you're going to work in the dark, coming out in the dark, and it's wild, man. It's tough.
For how long?
It's about a month or two. I mean, well, nah. For about a little under a month, I think, with like no sun at all, and then after that, it's just like the sun's only up for like an hour at most times, and it just slowly goes up. So but summertime we get 24 hours of sunlight, which is kind of rough as well if you don't have shade.
Yeah, that is true, man. Because same situation is here in Finland. You get in summertime, you get the endless days, the summer days, like the midnight sun. You get to see it and all this stuff. And then winter, which is longer, then you get the dark days. Man, like that's the hardest thing for me. I love living in Finland. I think it's an amazing country to live in. And I don't mind the cold, the darkness, man, is so hard for me. I'm all the time tired. It's hard to get up.
Puts you
You
in
know,
hibernation mode.
yeah, man. Like it literally. And I'm like a bear. I really just that time comes. I want to just be in bed all the time. Yeah, man. And like even for training, man. Like it's hard to get up and go training when it's dark and cold outside.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially like around here. I'd say it's pretty hard around here just because like, well, it's always cold. Hottest it gets here is 50 degrees, which I mean the winds sometimes are really cold or it's just like really hot. And so wintertime makes it really hard because we don't have any access to gyms in my town for the last year. So all of our like rec center and this and there's a private hospital gym, but yeah, so it's been hard. It's usually hard because I'm like, I get in my shop where it's -20 in there, and
Yeah.
there's no gyms to go to, so it's definitely a challenge to be motivated up here, but it's fun.
Man, that's good, man. I guess it also builds you up mentally being in that environment.
Oh, oh, definitely, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
get mentally stronger.
yeah, and there's the benefits to it. All the snow and everything too up here wintertime because it's like if you want to get a good workout, just go sledding and don't use the snowmobile to go up and down the hill. Just walk it or run up the hill.
Man, that's a good advice. I'll try to do that when winter comes here, when I go sledging. Man, that's good. But so Aaron, you've been a wrestler all your life, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
And then what made you change from wrestling to MMA? Or what was your transition, the journey
Um,
was?
they're pretty similar, and so it's like I did wrestling my whole life. Um, Competed a little bit in college, and then after I left college, I was kind of just sitting around working and not doing much, just working out, staying in good shape, and I was running and doing like little races and stuff here and there, but and I eventually just got I was just like, I'm gonna try it out. If I like it, then I'll keep doing it. If I'm not comfortable being hit, then I'll just not fight. And it's been great so far. It's been really fun. I love the whole everything about it so far. Like learning, meeting the people, and just being in that crowd. So the transition's been really easy.
That's good, man. Like also I know that you train with your brother. Your brother's a boxer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's your like as he's your stand-up coach.
Yeah, he's the guy I go to. He's being my older brother. We're a bit competitive. He wrestled his whole life as well, and he took up boxing recently, and he's been showing me a lot. He went to Thailand for about I think that was about 2 months or something like that,
Okay.
and yeah, so he went to Tiger Muay Thai for a long time, and he came back with a bunch of new bag of tricks that he keeps showing me, and because we're brothers, we get a little heated and get a little frustrated with each other. But that's what makes it fun, I think.
Man, that's funny, but I guess it happens with brothers, man. I guess
Yeah, yeah,
at some level, I think that's kind of good when you get heated with your brother. You get always the competitive edge when you are with your brother all the time.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's always
yeah,
neither of us want to lose.
exactly, man, exactly. Has it been with you guys like that all the time?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I've always strived to be get a little higher than him. I always wanted to be like, I could. He did this in wrestling. I want to do this, and I want to get a little higher. Aim a little higher, and that's always been kind of like a goal. It's like a motivator as well as
Yeah.
other things I do.
So, man, you are. I've seen a couple of your fights. You are a great fighter. What makes you say that you are a good fighter? Like, you have good technique, or is it just the love for the sport, like that you like to fight?
Um, what makes me a good fighter? Well, I personally am like, I'm probably all right, but because I feel like I have a lot to learn, and and it's definitely a learning process, especially when I don't have a gym, and it's pretty tough not having someone there, directing you most of the time. When I have it, I'm like, I'm soak it in, but it's, I would like to think I'm getting up there pretty quick. just with improvement a lot every time. Every time I do something, I feel like I'm improving a lot more and more. And it's not by a little bit every time. I feel like it's a lot, and I've been, fortunate enough to be successful.
Man, I feel that your mindset is pretty determined, very strong, because it's very impressive your background. You learn many of these things by watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Man, that is insane. First of all, how did that happen? And
Well, before my first fight, my brother was in town. That's when he was that same year. I think he was going to do his first boxing match about a month before, and he was training. This is kind of when I got into it, and or like 2 months before, and he was boxing and stuff. He always took he always liked it, but he never actually boxed yet. And so I'd go in and I'd work with him and we'd spar. He'd beat me up quite a bit, and yeah, after he did it, I was like, oh well, I want to fight. So I was like, I signed up, and the plan was to go, amateur first, and that didn't turn out like that. Got a little too excited. It was like, oh, right to pro, and so that turned out. But yeah, it's just well, it's hard to explain.
Man, it's just amazing journey, man. Like you had the success that you have achieved and how you have achieved it is pretty impressive, man. Congratulations on that, Aaron.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what are your what are you what are the next steps for you? Are you having any fights this year? And if you do, what happens after that?
Hoping to get at least 1 or 2 fights before this year ends, because I kind of want to, I want to ramp it, like get going. And so once I feel like I'm in like shape, like okay, I can fight consistently, and which won't be long. So it's once I do that, I want to get into a bigger promotion,
Okay, all right, that's good. I know you definitely, one of your goals in your MMA career is to be to reach the UFC, right? To be part of the UFC.
Yes.
What would be your plan and strategy to go there? What do you have in mind now?
Man, I just gotta keep. I feel like I just gotta keep winning, and to get there, I would take any door they opened up for me. Like, hey, an opportunity to be in the UFC with the Contender Series, tough. It's or just to jump right in. Like sign and jump right in. That'd be pretty cool. And once I get my foot in the door, I think everything will be a lot smoother, and I could advance everything a lot quicker and easier.
That's good, man. That sounds pretty solid what you have in mind and everything. I hope you stick to it. I hope you definitely achieve that. I wouldn't be surprised that you do. Like I said, you're a really good fighter, man. It's also a pleasure having you in JockPharm. Thank you for the support that you're giving us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. We wanna we want everybody to get to know you. In Finland already, some people know your name because of JockPharm, so that's awesome.
All right. I need to make a trip there. Fight over there.
Man, you should. You would love it here. I think. At least weather-wise, because it's very like Alaska. But no, in general, man, it's a beautiful country, and like the people are very nice, and we would love to have you here. I'll show you around, man.
Yeah, all right. I'll hold you to
it. So, man, what do you like to do outside of training, outside of MMA?
Outside of training, there's a great number of things. A lot of video games.
Nice.
Yeah. I do a lot of outdoorsy. Not a lot. I do outdoorsy things, but I'm in the mood for that every other week, and it's like hunting and stuff with my family. That's always fun. It's always a good time. I always dread it, like thinking about it, but then when I do it, I always have a good time. And and it's just it's just like that, just the simple things. My friends and I recently I was like, oh wait, I came across Beyblades on my Amazon thing when I was shopping for something. I forgot what I was shopping for, but I came across Beyblades and I was like, oh, I remember these when I was a kid. I bought about $100 worth of Beyblades one night, and now me and my roommates and friends and stuff, and we ended up doing that. Like I challenge them every day. I feel like. But man, other than that, it's just normal dude, video games and going outside.
What about the dating life, man? You dating anyone over there?
Oh yeah. I got a honey I live with now.
Oh, nice. All right, that's good.
We're getting by. We're getting by.
Is she also part of the MMA world?
No. But she's getting into it. She's learning to appreciate it. I introduced her to it, and she's loving it more and more every time. It's like, oh, fights are coming up, and she'll want to watch. She'll, hey, let's turn on. All right, let's do it.
Man, I have to admit, same thing happened with my wife. When we first got together, she knew because at that time I was just doing kickboxing. So she knew a little bit about kickboxing because of me. And then I would watch the UFC fights with her. And there was one fighter that she always would comment on, and this Jose Aldo, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Mm-hmm. She's like, wow, he's so fast, and why he's so serious. And then because of him, she started to watch the UFC fights with me, and it's been 11 years later, and we're still watching the fights together.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, man. Jose Aldo is he's a beast.
Man, yes, I'm sad that he didn't get the win this last Fight Island event.
Yeah. It's all right. It's to Peter Yan, who's also like, he's throwing those crushing leg kicks though. It's
very true.
Surprised he didn't go down from those.
Very true. I'm a big fan. I'm still a big fan of Jose Aldo, man. He's amazing, but I think he needs a win now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he'll get one, and it'll be big. It'll be a big one, big exciting one.
Man, I hope that happens and soon, bro. I really want to see that guy earn a win, man. It's been a while. Mm-hmm. I know the loss he took with Conor really affected him mentally as well. Must be hard. Must be hard. Imagine being in that position. You're at the top, and then all of a sudden, boom, everything's at that.
Yeah, and then that could make or break a guy. And I mean, he still seems like he's just as good as ever. The game's just really evolving. So everybody's kind of closing in a little bit. He's been at the top so long. Everybody else is still catching up, and they're getting there. And I think he's still among the best in my opinion.
I agree, man. Still up there for me. Did you get to see the movie they made about him?
No, not yet. I was looking for that. And I'm wanting to watch it. It's like a documentary or something, right?
Yeah. It's quite interesting, man. Very, very, very nice. I enjoyed it. Very good. I recommend it, definitely. I'll try to find it, and I'll send you the link for you to watch it.
All right, yeah. You gotta send me that link, because I've looked for it, and I was like, I can't find this anywhere. So I was like,
all right, man. I'll definitely send you the link. But hey, man, before I let you go, one thing. Like I said, you have achieved quite a bit of success very fast, very impressive with your background, learning things from YouTube. That's crazy, man. Being pro, getting representation. Those are all goals that a lot of prospects, MMA fighters that are starting don't know how to achieve those, have no idea how to approach to get that. What would be your advice to them?
My advice is, just communicate with, everybody, like anybody who reaches out to you, communicate with them and talk to them, get to know them a little bit, and just, make decisions, ask other fighters, talk to other fighters, so you get, a little bit of info from people who've done it. You know what I mean? Because, I haven't met a fighter who isn't willing to talk about something like that, everybody will put in their own 2 cents, so you get a little idea. And once you get a little comfortable with it, make your moves.
Perfect, man. Thank you. I think that's a really good advice, and I will even take into consideration that myself, man. But hey, man, thank you so much for your time again. It was a pleasure talking to you. I hope we can do this soon again, man, and much success. I know you're gonna be like on the top very soon, and we are just pleasure. It's just a pleasure to witness that journey with you. Pleasure to have you in JockPharm, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man. You take care, and we'll be in touch.
All right. See ya.
Bye.